You all right, guys? Shauna, you all right after that?
Oh, oh man, fucking
That
hell!
was a painful, that man.
That was not painful. That
It's
was
like
amazing. Don't you even start.
that
That
was
was
like
great.
being that was like being on hold for frick United Utilities.
I sorted it out the other day. I thought I liked it. I did it the other day.
No, that was amazing.
And it's staying for a bit. I've got a few other songs I could put on, but that one's staying for a little bit. But yeah,
I might
Oh,
ask for the
Lanta.
back and I might ask for the backing track at that and record a song on it.
yeah. I'll send you it over if you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's got a bit of a. You see, I just to explain to the folks, I've been watching Yellowstone, 1883 and 1923 religiously over the Christmas. I've done Sweet FA else, and I went out last night, but that has a bit of a cowboy kind of a tune to it, so I like it. I like it.
I do my best. Well then, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Mighty Reds liked it, Shano as well.
There you go. I knew you would, Brandon. Knew you would.
I hope you all had a good Christmas and that, and you're all ready for the new year. This will be the last pod of the year, obviously, because we'll be doing another one. I feel like we're just going to touch on. Well, I've got a few questions as well. To be fair, I want to touch on Nunez, how he's fallen down the pecking order. Salah breaking records left, right, and centre. The contract situation, Trent celebration, which there's more stuff that's come out about that. If you look into it and everything, it's not. We'll go over it. And then we've got the world's famous Seano quiz also at 8:00 to do the last one of the year as well for that. So without further ado, then guys, where do you want to start? What do you want to do?
Well, the first thing is I'm going to promote SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble and also AKM on Redbubble because I put up a new design on AKM LFC on Redbubble and Adam didn't even notice it, you know.
No.
But no, that's all I want to promote. So also a big thank you to Fibersportmemorabilia for this year, for all their support, and hopefully we'll continue to do business with them if they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, much appreciated.
On that, actually, on the giveaway thing, I did get confirmation today from Gavin that he received the Bobby Firmino book. He sent me a picture and everything of it,
great.
so he got it. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Have you not sent it out? Which one was it? Botswana.
No one's literally no one give me an address to send it to, so I've still got it.
But where's Richard the Red?
He won't. He don't normally jump in for a little bit. He might be doing something else.
That was
he
he would have, didn't he?
Speak of the devil, and he will appear. We were just literally talking about you then, Richard. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas. Same as to you as well, Mighty Reds. Hope you had a good Christmas, mate. So Liverpool wise, it's never going to go away, is that?
No.
So Liverpool wise, I think Martin, what I want to do, since you're not really on at the start for often, you can start where you can pick where we start today. Where do you want to?
Right. Okay. So I need to point out stuff, and I have to start off by saying allegedly. Right.
Okay.
So I've a few little bits of information from certain sources that all this Trent stuff, Trent has gone. He is going. There's no if, buts, or maybes. I won't give any names out who's told me that due to his things, but yes, I asked the question and he gave me the answer saying yes, that Trent has gone, and he's quite high up in this certain industry, and I've got no reasons to not believe him. And the other thing I can see with all this, what the celebration of Trent, if you look at it, look at Jude Bellingham. He did the same thing from Borussia Dortmund.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, he did the same thing a month before he went to Madrid.
Yeah, you've got. But don't you find it funny? At Real Madrid, they've got all this mega money power, but yet they got Bellingham on a free.
No, they paid for Bellingham. They got Mbappe on a free.
Mbappe on a free. And now they're getting Trent on a free. Surely somewhere in the background, there's people in their ears. It's got to be.
I don't know. I think it's something like You probably are right, like, and it is like probably tapping up and everything like that.
But that's illegal. They should be punished for that.
Yeah. Which is why I don't think, like, when that news report came out the other day and it was like, oh, Trent's told Liverpool that he's going to Real Madrid. I don't believe that for a second. I reckon he's told Liverpool that he won't sign a contract. If that's the case,
Yeah.
But he won't have said that he's off to Real Madrid because Liverpool could then get Real Madrid for tapping up.
Right. If you look at it this way as well, okay, so we've got the three, and I know we're going over past adventures and stuff. If Trent signs for Madrid in 2 days, them two contracts are going to come out that he's signed, because I think they're going to use Trent's money and split it between Mo and Van Dijk. And I'm thinking they're holding back to see what Trent does. But I've also heard as well, and this, I don't know if you want to do a little poll for this. Apparently, from what I've heard, is like, if Trent goes on a free, he is Liverpool born and bred. He's been at Liverpool since he was a ball boy, and he was what, 6? He sat on the sidelines getting the balls. He's come right through the ranks. He's won everything with Liverpool. If he goes for free, is he going to be hated? You're going to get them individuals who are going to hate him, but he's entitled to his stuff. It's not going to be like Gerrard. You know, not Gerrard, like McManaman and Owen. Owen and McManaman are hated. You don't see them around the club much. Trent has won everything.
Sorry, Matty, mate. There's a poll up now for everyone to vote. Just sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's like, would you give him your, okay? You know, if he wanted to go to Madrid, I'd give him the blessing to go. You know, he's done everything with us. I wouldn't hate him. I hated Maka when Maka went. Was it 96 that Maka went?
Maybe.
You know, Owen went and then he went to freaking United. Now he is a hated man, but if he's won everything at Liverpool, he shouldn't be hated. But there's a lot of people gonna hate him, saying, "Oh, he's a Scouser born and bred. He should be doing this. He should be doing that. He should be staying at Liverpool. He's won everything. What more is there for his best mate lives over there, and you're gonna find Rashford's going over there, and I guarantee at some point between now and the end of the season, when Rashford leaves United, they'll just be, "Well, tell you what, we'll terminate your contract. You'll go." The three of them will be over there because no one's going to pay Rashford's money, his wages, because they can't get out of it. Something's going on, and it's to the three of them. But yeah, sorry for the rant, but that's
no. I'll let Seano.
It's like you see Madrid, they're tapping people up, and that should be looked into. You know, it's like the Barcelona thing. Sorry, Sean. It's like the Barcelona thing with their player. He can't play. Is it
Dani Olmo?
Yeah, he can't play on the 1st of February, but all of us, 1st of January, but all of a sudden he just found £89 million for sponsoring these chairs out. Come on. Fucking does my head in.
Go on then, Sean. I'll have to give the floor to you.
Mascusi. Hi all on the chat, including Deirdre Ryan, who said hi. I don't know what the hell that was. So we were also done for tapping at AS with Southampton and Virgil van Dijk one summer, and we're almost going to have stuff imposed onto us had we continued. We were lucky to get him over the line then in January. In terms of Trent, like I put up a poll there on our Facebook page, which I suggest everyone go on to us, AKM LFC. But I definitely, with regards to Trent, like the person that you've spoken to, Martin, not entirely sure if he knows what's going on at Liverpool Football Club, because majority of the time we run a tight ship there. We don't let things kind of leak out too much. I think we can go on about, is he going to be loved? Is he going to be hated? Is he going to be this? Is he going to be that? Regardless, Trent is in a position now where within a couple of days he can speak to other clubs. Who's to blame for that?
FSG, 100%.
So like I had done a poll there, and it was the same situation. If Mo goes, who, in your opinion, are responsible for it? FSG, Richard Hughes, and Michael Edwards, or greed or money? They were the options. We've had 7 votes so far. Every single one of them have gone for the FSG, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards. The same, I would imagine, applies with Trent. We should not be in a position where we should leave the contracts of our 3 most important players down to the wire, like we have done. And I think, Trent is obviously would love to be captain of Liverpool Football Club, and isn't. He's vice captain. He'd like a contract, I'd imagine. I think there's a variety of reasons as to why he may go elsewhere. Klopp gone, the fact that they haven't offered him a contract in the first place, and that whole debacle with Jude Bellingham. If we had got Jude Bellingham over the wire where we were told we were getting Jude, then perhaps Trent would be, fairly certain to stay at the club. So I'm not really 100% sure whether Trent. I don't know what to make of that. When I saw him doing that, I kind of thought, okay. And then when I heard what Slot said there about that, saying, well, that will tell you all you really need to know, I was actually, for the first time in a long time, confident that Trent will stay.
Yeah, it's like, that's all. It's like, listen to all the paper talk. You can do that, but I'm staying. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I don't know. But
you guys keep talking a minute. I think I just heard someone at my door. Hold on a moment. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute.
It's just really bizarre, that it's like he's entitled to do what he's doing. Like what's his name's just said, he agrees with me to an extent, but it's the way he's doing it. It pisses people off, and I get that. It pisses me off. If you're gonna go, you just say, listen, I've had my time. I've done everything with Liverpool. I've been here since I was a boy. I want to move on now. Fair enough. Everyone will go, do you know what? Thanks very much. It's the way it's being dealt with. If Trent wanted to stay, he'd have come out and said it. It's the fact that he's being naive and not saying anything about it is pissing people off. Like, Mo had the balls to come out and say it, but now he's backtracked a lot. He's not saying it, and he's looking very angry now in his interview.
Jehovah's Witness at the door, says Richard the Red. All right, Brian. All right, John Henry. But look, I mean, it is annoying to see other channels not really speaking about it, especially those that would be the head honchos, the ones that claim to be the voice of the fans,
because they don't want to get the paycheck stopped.
Exactly.
Well,
before I give my 2 pence, guys, I thought I'd just catch up on the chat a little bit because we have got a fair few people talking here.
Yeah.
So we got Richard the Red with us. We got Ricky Sarr with us. Evening, lads. David Crompton's also with us. Let the festives begin. We have another crap window there. Will the FSG out again? Probably. Ricky's problem with Trent is his attitude. He was so cocky about it. If he loved us that much, he'd sign a contract so that we could make some money out of him, like McAllister and Bellingham did. I'm not reading that one out, Muscusi. Ricky agrees with what you said, Martin, to a certain extent. It's how he's behaving that's pissing me off.
Yeah,
he's been so smug about it. He's meant to love the club. And then there's a few people that are saying they wish they had a good Christmas. Cranky JD is also with us, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas, pal. Bon, Trent should have told the club a year ago that he wanted to leave instead of leaving on a free, so the club would have sold him. I've got some.
That's the same as the Salah deal, though.
I've got something I want to say about all this contract situation, to be fair. But I get the sentiment. Anything else from anyone? You've just read out John Henry's evening, John. Brian, evening, mate. I think the age will play its part in the free contract. Trent will go, Mo and Veg will stay, but we need a left-sided defender as soon as possible. Agreed. Cranky GD. Ricky says he hopes he doesn't get a farewell interview when he leaves. I will for 100%.
course you will.
100% he will do. 100%.
That's already been recorded out on the field.
Mighty Rich, people need to stop hating on Trent because of the nonsense that they read. It does my head in how we allow media to decide how we view a player. Yeah, I agree with that. And we got JT with us out, mate. How you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well.
You see, that's the problem with my or Brandon, shall I call him? Brandon, that's the problem. If you see these players go, the narrative that will be spun will be, oh, they all left because of greed. They all left because of money. They turned their back on Liverpool Football Club. Guarantee it, that's what's going to be said.
And that's where the hate will come from.
You know.
The guy, he you know, would he have the same thing if he was the captain of Liverpool?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. Like, I think that's probably going to tie into what I'm going to say, and it's kind of like, well, I got into an argument with someone the other day in comments, and I don't mean argument. It was probably just like they were out for an argument, and they were just picking at every single little thing that I was, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And basically, this lad was saying it's easy to say it's FSG's fault when it's people that are running the club. Now, I get his point, but who puts the people in charge of the club? FSG. Now, what was happening at the time when these lads should have been having their contract discussions? FSG were shopping the club around trying to sell it. So that's what stopped it there. And then when it came around to the fact that the club wasn't for sale, the year afterwards, Jurgen Klopp handed his notice in. Now, if I was any footballer last year, whether I was a Liverpool born and bred, whatever, I honestly kind of think, I honestly don't think I could see myself signing a deal. I wouldn't know who the manager is, didn't know the style of play. Are we going to go down the same sort of rabbit hole as Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger when they left? Like, is it going to be years and years and years and years now before we get success again? Like, yeah, right now we can say, well, Arne Slot's lost one game this entire calendar year with Liverpool and Feyenoord. But who would have said back then when the season started that we'd have done this sort of run? No one knew. We're all surprised. Like, everyone's surprised at how good we're performing. But I do think I agree with some other what people are saying as well, where now that the club's going in the right direction and the results are going the right way and everything like that, surely you'd want to stay. Why would you want to leave now? You've got Mo Salah breaking records left, right, and centre. We've got the best defence in the league. We've got the best attack in the league. We're winning the league by a canter right now. We're top of the new format of the Champions League. We've smashed Real Madrid. Like, why would you want to leave that right now? So,
can I just say something on that point, Adam? What you're just saying before I forget it.
Yeah.
If you're going on about, the form that we're in and we've beat these people, Klopp handed his notice in, if you fit, let's look at this time last year as well, we were doing so well. Klopp handed come out in the media, I was all going, we fell off. Trent's done it now. Well, not done it, but are we going to fall off? If them three don't sign it, we're going to fall off. All that's going to go down. Are we going to lose it all again?
This is what I'm worried about, and I don't know whether the chat agree with that or not. But the one thing that it really gets on my goat is people that will attack us for our opinion will be the same ones that will credit FSG for what's going on in the pitch. But when things aren't going on, they are, FSG have made this club self-sustainable. The reason why it's self-sustainable is because they won't invest. And we have a sell to buy policy. So that's why we're self-sustainable. So anyone that goes off and starts mouthing that off, you need to think again. There was one thing that I have to address that really got my goat. I was on TikTok and he made a comment about FSG out is trading again on X, where there doesn't seem to be any accountability for stupidity. And I just lost the plot. Well, didn't lose the plot with him. I just basically said to him, I brought up a few things, as to why we need to hold these owners accountable. And, you're talking about accountability. It's very easy to kind of, throw shade to someone that holds these owners accountable for something. You can very easily say, oh, well, they're stupid, they're this and they're that and the other. There's no other club that have been so laid back in terms of contracts as Liverpool Football Club.
It's just naive to it all.
It's they have no love for the club. They look at that as an asset, continuing to grow in profit, and they're sitting back and they're looking at something else to buy up. They're like stamp collectors. That's what they are. Edwards, Hughes. I was sitting watching the match there in a pub there last night, and these guys wouldn't really know me from back in the Fenway we come not to pay days or whatever, but there was a clip that the camera honed in on Richard Hughes, and I started effing and blinding, giving him the fingers, you fucking useless piece of shit, whatever. And this fella says, Jesus Christ, Sean, it's the first time I've ever seen you animate. I says, you want to fucking stay me on me pod. But the thing is that these guys have to be held accountable. You can't be, listening to Ornstein and how great Richard Hughes is. Richard Hughes has done nothing for the club. Nothing for the club. And we're still here talking about contracts. We were talking about the first international break. We thought it would be done after that. The second international break came. Nothing happened. And now we've just gone past Christmas. We're coming into the new year. Still nothing has been done. And with Salah also saying, we're a long way from, agreeing anything or a long way from signing a contract with Liverpool, that's rather worrying when you see him absolutely blown out of the water, those records. He is on the form of his life. And if this season does not get him a Ballon d'Or, people should just boycott that fucking shit. That's my view on it.
Do you know what, right? I know that it's like, are we going to see on the fucking 5th, the 1st, whichever, of January, Trent signs for Real Madrid, Salah going to PSG?
I don't think he'll go PSG if he goes, but I see what you mean by that.
Because I even noticed him before that Tottenham was sniffing around fucking Kelleher. I'd keep Kelleher, get fucking Alisson's gone. He's done. He's going to Dubai anyway soon. Saudi. We keep Kelleher. Mamardashvili, he's injured. He is so reliable, and it's really doing my nutting. And FSG, like Sean just said, they should be held accountable, but they don't give a fuck. They're like, but see, what we want.
But going back to that, Martin, people seem so scared of holding these owners accountable or even asking questions of these owners.
I fucking don't. I went down to Melwood, mate, on my own.
Yeah, I know us. I know you, me, and Adam as
you
well.
And Dupree.
but fuck off you. But what I'm saying is that we've held them accountable. We always have, but others don't seem to want to. Do you know what I mean? And I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can justify how we're letting these contracts roll.
Right.
Can I just mention something while we're talking about Richard Hughes still?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put this out there, right? I don't personally believe this because it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But I'm just going to mention it anyway. There is a rumor doing the rounds right now that apparently Richard Hughes has gone on holiday for 2 weeks. He flew to Italy this morning.
Yeah,
he's been on fucking holiday since he bloody joined the goddamn job. What has he been doing?
He's the one who's gone to Brussels as well.
I'm gonna just say I don't personally. If that's fucking true, then this whole situation's either done and dusted. They know what they're doing. They don't need him there, and he's taking a break, whatever.
No, Adam, I heard that on TalkSport as well, and someone else from the club has gone to Brussels as well. It's convenient that the transfer window's opening now.
That's what I mean. It don't make any sense to me, does that, with the transfer window opening? But that's what's apparently doing the rounds.
If Richard Hughes has gone off on holiday,
Right, who's available in Italy? Who is it, and who's available in Brussels? It's Brussels is Germany, is it, or is it Belgium?
Belgium.
No, Belgium. Brussels sprouts.
Shut up, you little fucker.
Fucking so Brandon.
Sorry,
says,
Sean. Just wait
Edwards.
1 second. I just need to ask on something. Right, Adam, that poll that you put up, what was it? What was the outcome on it?
69% are saying he would be hated, and
Okay.
30%, 31% are saying no.
Right. So the next part, right? Do you think? Because I think he doesn't. Do you think Trent owes something to Liverpool? I don't. He's give everything to Liverpool.
It's not. You see, here's the thing, Martin. No, like people seem to think the players owe the club it. You know, you could say he owes Klopp, he owes Liverpool. He wouldn't be the player that he is now, and that may very well be true. But players don't have that loyalty like they used to under, when Gerrard was about, when Carragher was about, when and I mean Carragher's loyalty, I'll tell you, would want to be questioned with some of the.
Fucking swear to God, I seen him on the overlap with the old United shirt on the other day.
Exactly. All right, Michael Carter, he's a sound bloke. Well done, Michael. Thanks for joining us tonight.
The players have got it all.
If these owners fuck this up with Salah, Trent, and Virgil van Dijk, we lose the title, and they need fucking off. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think though. Just point out there. This is my own personal opinion. I don't think if they don't sign in January that we lose. That with the season goes fucked up. Salah's on such good form right now. Like he's playing for a contract, whether it's at Liverpool or somewhere else. He's playing for a contract, big money.
He's getting a contract anywhere.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I feel like Trent's does have a little bit of attitude about him. Like I don't know. Like he's got. I don't want to come across like I'm hating him. Like Mighty Red said earlier, like we shouldn't be listening to stuff. But there has been a bit of an attitude change in him, and maybe it's because he's got older, or maybe it's because he's got the vice captaincy or whatever. But I think for the past couple of years, whenever he's been on pitch, he's kind of been like, "I am who I am." Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
He's fucking good though.
But I think the media have been quite nasty. I mean, I was talking to someone there yesterday, and they're saying, the media are quite harsh on Trent. There's this rumor that he can't defend to save his life and what have you. I think. Hold on I'm going to read some of these comments out, because the last thing I want to do is kind of. Go.
I'll start from the bottom, work my way up. So, like Ricky Sari says, everyone criticizes Chelsea and United owners, rightly so, but they would have never allowed this to happen.
Agreed.
Stop on that there, right? And I throw this one straight at you. Not Forest. Look where they are on the table, and why are they there? Because their manager, their owners want that. They want to be involved in the club, and that's why I think they're doing so fucking well.
Sure, they bought like a fucking new squad there about a season or two.
But they've input all the time.
Yeah.
Ricky again. The only thing Richard Hughes has done is sign someone who played less than a minute, Trey Naoni. If Hughes doesn't get it sorted out, he needs the chop. I don't think he's going anywhere because he's like Michael Edwards' best mate. Mighty Reds, we've had Edwards, then Ward, then Schmadtke, now Hughes in the span of as many years. I'm not surprised that contracts weren't signed amongst all that madness. Hopefully now with stability again, they sign. I agree, Mighty Reds, but I think as well, there was the other bit as well. Like, I'm sure Mike Gordon was involved with contracts when Salah last signed his deal. But then he was pulled away from Liverpool to then go and try and find someone to buy the club or get investment in the club or something. So that I honestly think the ball was dropped when they were trying to sell the club. I think someone's took their eye off the ball. They knew that Ward was on his way because he'd already handed his notice in when that was happening. They got Schmadtke in, who didn't really give a fuck. Like, he spent half at fucking January transfer window in his villa in Ibiza when we were signing Szoboszlai and everyone like that. He wasn't even in fucking Liverpool half at bastard time.
But he had a 3-month contract. When have you ever heard a Premier League side have a 3-month contract with a sporting director? Like, it was absolutely a shambles. And if we hadn't have got Endo and Slabosly and McAllister, like if you look at how we went on with Latvia and Casado, it was an absolute laughing stock. A
Yeah,
laughing stock.
100%.
That was
100%.
just to shut everyone up, as if to say,
And
look,
then,
we
of
tried.
course it was. But then his contract was extended till January, to January. So the start of the transfer window, then his contract expired, funny enough. So it's fucking crazy. But I think, even so, the club should have realised that these contracts were fast running out.
I've got a question for you. I'm not going to do a poll on it because that other one's still running right now. But based on what Brian said here, he says that I'm telling you, lads, if we get the three of them to stay, we won't be getting any more signings for at least 2 windows. I'm going to throw the question at you both and people in the chat if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Would you, and you have to pick. You have to pick. Would you rather all 3 sign, but you don't sign nobody for a year, or we get 2 of them and we can get some signings in summer?
Mate, I'd have them all 3 signings and not have anyone. Only because we're not going to get anyone anyway. Even if these fuck off, we're still not going to get anyone.
True.
I agree with Martin. I agree with Martin. I think if we got rid of those 3, we'd end up needing a whole lot more. And I can't see FSG or Richard Hughes doing anything over the transfer window, January or the summer, that is going to make up for the loss of Salah, Virgil, and Trent.
Well, City are going in for Zubimendi now as well, aren't they? So we've got,
apparently there is, but I don't know if it's hard to believe. It's hard to trust what to believe because there's that link, but then apparently he's debating whether he wants to go there because he knows he'll lose his place when Rodri comes back. So,
who would we get rid of for them?
For Zubimendi?
Yeah.
Endo?
No.
Which actually,
Endo.
This is going to tie me over into the next topic. I think. I think you should say what I'll do. I'll end that Trent one there, which we've. Oh, I've already done it. Oh, no,
I can't see the polls.
So basically, it says here the one where you said, "Does Trent owe anything to Liverpool?"
Right. Okay.
40% said no. 60% said yeah.
Why? Sorry. Why does he owe them?
Because
I don't want you to put a poll on it. I just want to know why they think.
I'll tell you why. He would not be the player he is now if it weren't for Liverpool Football Club. Would not be the player he is now.
I don't think he owes Liverpool anything. Because, I get what you're saying. But he's been, in my eyes, and I've had my issues with Trent over a while. You know that. I thought just one and fuck him off, blah, blah, blah. But just fucking sign and fuck off.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, yeah. So, this is something I didn't send you both earlier, but with Joe Gomez picking up that hamstring injury yesterday, we have literally got Kwanzaa, Virgil, and I think Kanate is literally on the verge of coming back.
Yeah.
Do we need a centre back in January?
100%. We need something.
Or does Endo become a centre back?
You see, Endo been put in a centre back, but like you're asking in a ideal world.
Yeah, in an ideal world, does Liverpool go out and get a centre back in January?
I would get a left back that can play centre back.
Right. Well, I heard before. I can't think of his name. It was you may know who I'm going on about. He's not good with the ball. He's got no pace. Right. He's from Germany. He's got absolutely no pace. He's no power. But when he comes to a tackle, he fucking enjoys it and he gets stuck in, and he's been winning a lot of his duels. I need to find out who it was. And he's around about £12 million. He's shit. Even on TalkSport, he turned around and said, going forward, he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He can't hold the ball, but he's only a young lad. He's only 20. But he sticks in. He fucking in one of them. He leaves it on them.
I've no
And
idea. If he's a 20-year-old, no idea.
City are looking at him,
Mm.
and he's a centre back from the back row.
Bond says, "Does he play for Munich?"
Yeah.
He's
only a young lad. He's not very good on the ball, but he loves to stick in. He loves to stick it in someone. Sure, shut up. Don't answer that one.
Is it Tarek Buchman?
He's only, I don't know, mate. He's only a young kid, but he's not very good on the ball, but he loves to tackle. But City are looking at him. They were going on about he's like a very young Danny Agger.
I'll have to have a look. See what I'll have to try and do a bit of research and see what it's about.
Hopefully he's not as injury prone as Agger. I loved Agger though.
Oh, I loved Agger. He was amazing. He was amazing. I want to talk about, before we finish up on the whole Salah thing, before we get into the quiz, I want to talk about Darwin Nunez for a bit. There was a rumor that came out over the weekend that AC Milan were looking at potentially taking him on loan, 5 mil up front, and then they're buying for 45, so you get 50 million for him. I think with the emergence of Luis Diaz in that number 9 role, I think he's done better the more he's been playing there. I think Nunez has dropped down behind Jota as well. I mean, I mentioned it in my match review yesterday. That goal that Jota did yesterday, if that were Darwin Nunez, he'd have missed that.
He'd have missed it, yeah. And I mean, listen, I'm not one for hating on a player. I really wanted to see Nunez silence the critics, but there's only so much that we can actually dismiss before we actually talk about perhaps parting ways and cutting ties. And that's not us being disrespectful or not loyal to the club or not being true fans and all this kind of crap. You have to, at some stage or other, look at what a player contributes. And I think what position that we find ourselves in, Gapco is too good to drop.
Gapco he has to play. He has to play.
Gapco is too good to drop and to have him, compete with Diaz on the left. So I think now they have put that, because Diaz and Gapco now play very well together and Diaz can play in the number 9 position, I think that has definitely put Nunez down in the pecking order. I think you've got Jota there, and I mean Chiesa. I think he's another departure. I think
it's like what you said in your video, Adam, yesterday on your thing about about Nunez. I love Nunez. I've always said, give him his chance, he's gonna come. But I think that boat has sailed with him now, and I think he needs to go out. If he goes at the end of the season and he's lifted the trophy, I think that's going to be a good, thanks for coming, mate. You've helped us, but it's time for you. And I think that departure would be the right time for him to leave.
The only kind of analogy that I can really come out with is it's like someone coming off a plane and him been stuck at arrivals, and we're willing him to make his load, to make his final destination, so to speak, which is Liverpool, and he's never quite made it off, arrivals. He really hasn't hit the ground running at all, and I think he's got a lot of potential, but it's very frustrating. The numbers, like if we were talking about like a salesman, the amount of numbers that he contributes is not enough to warrant his place on the squad. And we can all be like, well, you can't be critical of Liverpool players, but if you look at the numbers and the stats, they would show that this guy, unfortunately, I think we need
his effort's there. He's got a really good effort. But it's like you say there, you know, if I go to work and I backheel a lot of my jobs and miss them, you know, I'm out the door. He's paid
Yeah.
to score, and he's not doing it. He's only so long. It's going to be what, a couple of years, and it's. I think in the summer the man's gone, and I like him. You know, he's growing on me as a player, but it's not working out. He needs. I think Premier League football is too much for him. I think he needs to go back down.
Mm-hmm. I was going to touch on one last thing as well when you were talking about Gakpo and stuff like that. You sent this through earlier on, Seano, on the group that we've got. You said that basically Slot's favoured front three of Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo is now currently scoring at a higher rate than the 87-88 trio of Aldridge, Barnes, and Beardsley, and the 19-20 combo of Salah, Mane, and Firmino. Like,
but
you can't argue that, man. Do you know what I mean?
no.
Nunez can't break into that. I love Nunez when you know, like, he was probably like the biggest transfer that was going on when I started the channel out. I've followed him all the way through that. I've had his back. I thought the fact that we signed Nunez and City signed Haaland was a good story point as well. And then obviously we had that thing where, you know, we beat them in the Community Shield, blah, 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 blah. You know, the thing for me though as well is if we do end up winning the league and the Champions League this year, his transfer fee goes up because of the clauses that were attached into his deal. So I think we initially signed him for like 60 something, maybe 80 million. But if he hits certain things, it goes up to like 100.
We're going to get stuck with him then, aren't we?
So,
well, I mean, if Newcastle are looking for 143 for Isaac, and we get
he's
100,
not going to be at Newcastle in next year. I don't give two fucks what anyone
I
says.
guarantee you. Just going back on that quote there, that was by Chris Bashcombe, who I'm not a big fan of, but he says the classic LFC team is emerging under Ernest Lott. His favourite front three, Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo, is currently scoring at a higher rate than the 87-88 trio of Aldridge, Barnes, and Beardsley, and the 2019-20 combo of Salah, Mane, and Firmino. So that's another great thing to add to it. So that's pretty fucking good going when you think of it. And I think
I mean,
the figures.
Do you think 50 millions? All right? If someone came in with that deal that AC Milan give you, they take him on loan, they give you 5 million up front, but then they have to buy him for 45. Are you taking that for Nunez?
Well, does that mean then if we win the Premier League and the Champions League, let's say, this year or this coming year, that they would be able to, we'd have to sell them for 100, or be able to if AC take him on loan.
Oh, you mean if AC take him on loan and then that same season that he's in AC Milan, we win the league and everything?
Yeah.
No, null and void.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep him till the end of the season because you never know what's going to happen around the corner. I wouldn't take AC Milan's bid at the moment. If it meant that we could bring in a player in January, which I doubt, then I'd be all for it.
What do you think about like I've always said at the end of the season, I thought that Jota was going to be on his way. But now you can't lose Jota and Nunez. So there might be a bit of a conundrum here as well, because I'm going to just put it out there, but I don't think I might not be correct in what I'm saying. But
well, you can lose them. You can lose them both. If we was
to keep Jota next year, right, instead of selling him, he would have 2 years left on his deal. So you're pretty much safe there. So you could sell him the year after. All right, that's fine. I was worried that maybe Jota was going to be in the last year of his deal next year.
No, there's a few other players. Canate's in his last year next year, isn't he?
Yeah,
Canate,
Robbo.
Kelleher, Robbo,
yeah. They'll be allowed to run down as well.
let's just catch up on some of these comments before we move over into the Salah stuff. We might be a little bit late with the quiz, guys, because we've got that stuff to talk about.
Richard the Red, I've just got me Warrington top on, mate. Me rugby top.
So Bond says he doesn't think Liverpool can afford to let players leave in January. Joe Jono, he's given up on Nunez. It's not his ability that frustrates me, is how often he gets caught offside. I think he has improved that little bit about his game. It's his finishing now for me. It's his finishing. Like I have no faith that he's going to score. Just don't. That sounds so harsh for someone that you support, but I just don't. Richard the Red could see Nunez at Milan or in the Serie A. It suits his style of play. David Crompton, we need cover in all areas. Never the levers if they're gone. Brian says that Jadon Danns is twice the finisher that Nunez, and give him a chance, he will score. Joe mentions again that Robbo has made a lot of mistakes lately. It's just if you hit bad form on the wrong side of 30, you're finished. This time last year, it was Salah who was finished. That's not bad. Think about the left-sided left back. Richard the Red, I've no love for the guy, to be honest. Terrible finisher, puts in a shift, but doesn't suit the team's style of play. We need a striker, not a converted winger at centre forward. Brian again, 81 million, 3 years later, still on the bench. Time for Nunez to go.
Yeah.
John Henry, I don't want to sound like a twat, but I think Nunez isn't that smart, like an athlete trying to play football. He just doesn't understand footy. Richard the Red, has still got faith in Robbo, just warning some of the team is getting old and needs looking at. Joe again, we
don't want to end up like City next year.
Yeah. Joe again, if Nunez went on loan, he'd need to be replaced, definitely, with Jota being so injury prone. I agree with that. And then Ricky says that he does think, unfortunately, his time is coming up. Works his ass off, but it isn't working out. Would keep him until the end of the season because I reckon he's got a couple of moments in him, like Origi, potentially. Yeah. Anything like that, guys? Yeah, he's at Forest. Yeah. Anything you want to add, that guys, before we start talking about Salah?
So I would, I would keep Nunez and Jota till the summer and then see where we go from there. I'd be more likely to keep hold of Jota. And I'd say Nunez would be the one that I would let go. I think Jota is a better finisher, so that would be my take on it.
See, I think Jota, as you just said yourself, Sean, he's a better finisher. He's reading the game as it's progressing, where Nunez, to me, gets the ball and just fucking shoots. And he's not thinking. He's like, I need to score. He's craving that score. He's craving that goal, and he's not thinking. Jota is a couple of moves in front.
Ahead. Yeah. I think Nunez is like I think you're right there, Martin. I think Nunez is like, fuck, I need to get this monkey off the back. I need to put that ball in the back of the net no matter what.
Yeah.
And he just tries.
He's overthinking the game. He's overplaying his mind. He's like he's fighting a demon in his head, like you're saying there. He's like Jota is playing the game 2 steps ahead, where Nunez just hits that ball and he doesn't care. It's going on. Whether he's falling back, he's hitting that ball when he's a better option. Just an assist is as good as a goal for him at the moment to get that confidence going.
Mm-hmm.
I think the language barrier as well. I don't think he's improved his English all that much since joining the club, and I think that's a massive issue for him, where it hasn't been an issue for the rest of his colleagues. He has that disadvantage, and I don't think there's any chance of him improving. I love the guy's passion. I'm sad to see him go, but I think it's obvious, especially the last 2 games, that Slot has found his front 3 and the most effective. And I think with Gakpo playing so well, and Diaz playing so well, I think. Look, the West Ham game will show you we could have been 9 or 10-0 up.
Did you see the post on floating around, and it said it was a United fan, and I giggled at it. And I said to I told you before, and he went, "It's true." And you know how much I told me likes United. He went, "The things that Liverpool are going to do to United next week should not be televised."
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah. I saw that. That's true. We're gonna absolutely fucking smash them. I think. Well, I don't want to get too carried away, like you said, Martin, in the comment on my match reaction yesterday, but I think Ruben Amorim's gonna get a rude awakening.
Yeah, I think he's going to get dry bummed.
I think the roof is not going to be the only thing leaking. I'll tell you.
Oh, Sean.
No, he'd be
You have to
crying.
Isn't
bring
about
it
goals?
down.
Isn't about goals? What are you on about?
What? I said he'd be crying. Amorim.
I thought about the net's going to be leaky with all the goals going in.
He's
Well,
being
yeah, obviously,
rude.
yeah, that too.
He's being rude.
Right, guys, I've had this Salah thing up for a bit now. So basically, yesterday, Salah has broken into the top 10 all-time Premier League assists with 82 assists in 281 games. He is now 7 behind James Milner, which I think he'll probably get that by end of year. He is 10 behind Steven Gerrard in like 200 odd less games than Steven Gerrard. He's 11 behind David Silva. He's 12 behind Dennis Bergkamp. He's 10 behind Frank Lampard. 20 behind Frank Lampard. He's 21 behind Wayne Rooney. Like if he signs a 2-3 year deal, I can see Mo Salah, if he keeps this form going, he could be the second all-time assist in the Premier League. I don't think he'll catch Ryan Giggs at 161. I don't think that's going to happen. But with him currently now on 81, and if he signed a 2-3 year deal, he could get Kevin De Bruyne at 114, 100%. I reckon he could catch that. What do you guys think?
I'm just curious. Like, we normally have dogs barking, but now we seem to have a bird tweeting.
Oh. Yeah, what's that? Where's that from?
It's my grandma's parrot. while she's in the home.
Oh, bless.
Adam, did your package ever come?
No.
I have to get onto Amazon then. Fucking expensive, them lights, mate.
Don't go near Amazon. They could fucking give you a parcel of shite. But
not far away. Go on now.
Salah is phenomenal, a phenomenal player, and I mean, there's been a lot of talk about his Christmas post. There's been a lot of talk about him saying too much to the media, where I think he's just saying it how it is. I think his commitment to the team, what he's contributed. I mean, there was a time that people used to say that he was selfish, and he's had, the most assists. He's had the most. He's been the fastest in to get 30 goal involvements in the Premier League. I mean, that's fucking incredible. I mean, some of his play there, especially in the first half there yesterday, was just phenomenal. The lead up to Jota's goal was crazy. I mean, people said that he couldn't dribble. I mean, he dribbled, and everyone that looked at him were dribbling at just how amazing he was. Just give him a fucking contract. If you've got to give him double of what he has, I don't give a shit. Give him what he deserves. That guy, that's Ballon d'Or level. That is, without a doubt, it's incredible.
I just want to address Richard the Red's comment there. I thought it was a touch of class with Mo celebrating Christmas and being a Muslim. A good role model and a touch of class. Well, it's the fact of that Mo Salah is adapting to his surroundings, and he's doing it. He's trying to follow our faith as well. We celebrate it. He lives in this thing. He's celebrating it. He's just trying to be one of us, and I think that was amazing. I don't
think it's gone down too well with a few people who are Muslims as well. I've seen a fair bit of shit that he's got for it, but we're not here to talk about that bit. But yeah, I from what I heard about it all, like he basically did it so his kids don't miss out.
Yeah.
So, family
We'll-
comes first. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we'll full stop that now because we don't want to be getting any things.
yeah. So Squawker said that Salah is the first player in Liverpool's history to score 20 plus goals across all competitions in 8 consecutive seasons. He's also now just one of 3 players alongside Frank Lampard and Wayne Rooney to be in the top 10 for the most goals scored and most assists in Premier League history. Not bad for a 1-season wonder.
No, you just broke my heart there, Adam, mate.
Why?
You just put a picture of the man I named my boy after, and when he went, I cried. Luis Suarez.
Gentlemen and gentle ladies, Ipswich have just scored a penalty against Chelsea. It is 1-0 at the moment.
And how long's left?
Just started.
I mean, it's just started. It's like 12 minutes.
All right. If it was 80th minute, I'd be like, oh, where? Chelsea are a good team this year. Chelsea are a good team.
They'll probably win 6-1 or something.
What's the chances of Forest twatting us and going above us? Are they going to win the league? 5,000 to 1.
Stop that rubbish. But no, I'll tell you, Salah is an incredible professional. You don't get any crap off him. He's not one of these, Instagram model, gobshite. Sorry, Gavin. He's down to earth. He puts the head down, and he's incredible. He's done amazing, and I hope that he has another 3 seasons. I hope they give him a 3-year contract.
Yeah, I agree with that. So then lastly, this last one here I've got to show. Only 2 players have reached 30 goal involvements in a single Premier League season in fewer than 20 appearances. Suarez did it in 19 games in the 13-14 season. Salah did it in 18 this year. I do have a couple more basically to share as well. Mo Salah has the most goal contributions in a single month for any player in Premier League history. He has 15 goals and assists, combined in December, beating Luis Suarez's record of 13. So that's another record that he got there. In Ronaldo's phenomenal Ballon d'Or winning season of 2007-2008, he had 20 goals and assists by the time the new year came round. So this time in 2007-2008, Ronaldo had 20 combined goals and assists. In Henry's best season, 2002-2003, he had 27 goals and assists combined at this stage. In Haaland's record-breaking season in 22-23, he was on 30 at this time that season. Mo Salah is currently at 37.
Amazing. I mean, need we say any more? If people are so worried about, figures, facts and figures, and worried about giving people contracts, well, you know what? If anyone deserves a contract, it's those 3. Salah has proven to be phenomenal, and if they don't give him a contract, they need their heads examined, and then they need to be dragged out of Liverpool and kicked on the next flight to Boston. Well, which they're already in fucking Boston, but they need to stay in Boston because it'll be crazy if we let him go.
Sorry, Seano. I interrupted you then. Sorry.
You're all right.
And then lastly, on the Mo Salah stuff, that former Egyptian player who put the tweet out saying, "Congratulations on renewing your contract with the number you like and the period you want. The Egyptian king rules with his own judgment." He put that tweet out, yeah?
Yeah.
He was at the game yesterday and Mo Salah gave him his shirt.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Can I just say, totally off topic here, right? I think the three of them have come back tonight. David Crompton's now reappeared, so we must have come back out the pub because it's quiz time coming. Copites of Anfield have arrived now because it's quiz time coming, and Gareth's now here. The fucking three of them have all stumbled in, pissed from the pub for our quiz.
Yeah, Gavin, we mentioned that story saying that Richard Hughes is in Italy on annual leave. If it's true, it's a joke. He's done nothing. Yeah. But you won't hear any other pod talking about it, only us.
After dark.
Before we get into the quiz, then, guys, let me just check if I've got anything else I need to share with you. No, we've done that one. We've done the Mo Salah thing. We've done the record breaking thing. A couple of snippets here for you guys. Give you quick opinions on it. Quick fire. Apparently, Zubimendi is still of interest of Liverpool. What do you think about that? Would you sign him in January?
100%. Put the foot on the bench.
I'm giving you the same answer as I gave you last time. Yes, I would, but we won't sign him. And
then apparently, Jared Branthwaite is was definitely a target in the summer for Liverpool as they considered strengthening the defence, especially with Joe Gomez wanting to leave. Would you take him in the summer coming?
I would, yeah. Whether he's a blue nose or not.
I would have taken him in January, but yeah.
I don't think we'll get him in January, but yeah. And then just one last little snippet of information for everybody. I think I mentioned this earlier.
1-0 to Newcastle.
Nice. I think I mentioned this earlier on. Arne Slot has managed 2 clubs in 2024.
Yeah.
He has lost 1 game throughout the whole of 2024, and that was against Nottingham Forest. I think you sent through the full thing, Seano, didn't you? So
yeah, total played 51, 141, drew 9, and lost 1.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to question Arne Slot and his ability, that's some stats for you.
I've just got
one. How many are we going to win this year? I'm going to put it out there, and do you know what? I'm going to fucking do it, mate. We are going to win the quad.
I hope so.
Because I am so confident. Like you said yesterday in your video, Adam, I am so confident. Liverpool go on that field and thinking, we go behind. Do you know what? If we're going to win,
I like the whole. I mean, Gavin says that the Forest defeat has really annoyed him. He was still talking about it there yesterday. I like the fact that it's annoying him. I really do like the fact that it's annoying him
because he's going to go out next week and give it him.
Next time we're up against Forest, they'll remember us.
And I was going to ask this question as an overall thing as well. It popped in my head last night, but I just want to ask you this as well. See if I can articulate it properly. So, you know, when we had Jurgen Klopp, and basically when he was the manager, I used to always think when stuff was going wrong, I used to always look to him and be like, he'll get it right, he'll sort it out. Do you have that feeling now with Arne Slot, or does he need 100%. A bit more time?
Yeah.
Can I just say as well to that, Adam, what you're saying? And I know I might get shit for this. Klopp did a lot for us. And we love him. He will always be Liverpool's godfather.
Look at Shauna's face.
I'm ready to book.
But I don't miss him. He will always be a favourite. But we've got our Slotty boy now, and he's doing us proud. He is doing Klopp proud. Because Klopp is sat at his office like that with a big cigar. He's thinking, do you know what? He's doing it.
I think that Klopp will seem, is this the right word, vindicated by his decision to leave.
Yeah, he's content.
I reckon he'll be right. He'll be like, yeah, I made the correct decision to leave at the time I did.
Yeah.
As Garrett says, he is a tactical genius, Slot. I mean, you saw him when we bet United and Roy Keane asked him a question. I think it was Roy Keane or Gary Neville, either or. But asked him a question, and they were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, he told them how he was going to play it. How United were going to play it anyway.
So,
All right,
like
one
when we
more
went,
question for you. Sorry, mate. Sorry, Sean.
Well,
I didn't mean to
well, I
cut
was
it's
just
not your
answering. I was
show.
just answering the question you had. But when we went 1-0 down to Leicester, I was confident that we would come back. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I will add on back of that there. I will add towards the end of Klopp's tenure with us. I will say for like the last season and a half, when we went down 1-0, I didn't think we'd come back into the game. Sometimes, not every game, but there were some games when I'd sit there and be like, oh, they're just going to sit back now and we're not going to do anything.
See, do you know what the thing's going to piss the Manx off as well? Just like Cop-Outs of Anfield said, 20 is incoming, but we're going to get to 21 before them fucking pricks down the road.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
What? I swear there was one more thing I was going to ask you actually. Then
You'd think it's his show, wouldn't you?
I know you'd think it was my channel. I can't remember. It's gone, guys. It was something to do with like slot and that, but it's gone. Oh, that was it. How long do you reckon it'll be before Slot starts getting his recognition for what he's done at Liverpool? You know, like how it was always like Guardiola and Klopp.
It's got to be at least a couple of seasons because we can't. Slot is doing really well at the moment, but what you've got to remember, we can't judge Slot until a couple of transfer windows because he's still got Klopp's players.
Okay, so let's say then, let's just go with what you said earlier then, Martin. If we win the quad this year,
yeah,
does Slot next year become like he's up there? You know what I mean? Like Guardiola, Klopp. Do you know what I mean? Is he up there?
Straight away, because it's not been done.
Mm.
Will it be the first English team to do the quad, won't it?
It'll be the first English team to do the quad, I think.
In his first season as well.
I think I'd retire. I'd retire. There's only one way after that, and that's down.
But he's had no transfers because we're not going to get anyone in January. He's bought him off fucking the income money off Solanke, you know, and he's been on the bench. So he'd be the first manager to come in, win 4 trophies in his first season. God, doesn't that piss fucking Alex Ferguson off?
I think in answering that question, guys, I think we could certainly judge him on the end of this season on how well he's done, on the fact that he hasn't brought in any players in, the fact that he hasn't had the backing from the board in terms of bringing in players, and he's basically working on the players that he has. And I think
that's not nice, Eddie.
I think he said. I think he meant to say, "I hope."
I know.
Nice...
I know. Fuck you, Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie. But but I think we can certainly judge Slot on a season by season basis. I don't think we can make him out as the next Paisley, because and certainly you can't make a comparison to Klopp. You can make a comparison on what Klopp achieved in his first season.
No. I don't think you can with there, Sean. And I will always stick by this fact. When Jurgen Klopp came into the club, he came into a shit show, whereas Jurgen Klopp's laid the foundations for Slot.
That's true. That's true. I agree with you there. But what I'm saying is that going forward, you can only judge him on a season. I don't think you can make a comparison, you know, on say he's the next Paisley. You know, but he
will be up there if he doesn't.
I retract the comment about because obviously Klopp did come into a shit show, but we'll see over the next 2 seasons or so what he achieves and what he does.
We need to see over the next couple of transfer windows. Forget the January one because it's not going to happen. If we get in the summer, that's when we can start going, like, okay, now he's bringing his players in now. Let's see what tactical genius part he's going to do. How's he going to adapt these players into this situation at Liverpool? And if he's successful again, perfect. But at the moment, when I said I don't miss Klopp, I love Klopp to bits. I just think Arnie's come in and he's put everyone's mind at rest, and he's pissed off all the pundits who thought Liverpool were going to collapse. And that, to me, do me.
And I think, you know, goes the media are just like so pathetic and it's so biased. I mean, they can't give Liverpool or Slot credit. They'll say, oh well, you know, Slot came into the job, you know, he inherited Klopp's team, and you know, Man City are you know, in a downward spiral. United are in a downward spiral. They've been there since Fergie left. Let's face it. Arsenal, you know, are possibly up there. Chelsea are possibly up there, but you know, it was a good time for Slot to take over the job. They're not giving
what he was doing.
They're not giving Slot any credit, and at the end of the day, you know, I think he deserves credit for what he's achieved so far. But let's just keep our fingers crossed. And unlike Erling Haaland, let's stay humble.
So I'm just about to introduce the world famous Seano quiz, guys. I hope you are all ready. But yeah, one last thing I will just say before we go into the quiz. I would not be surprised within the next 7 days if all this contract stuff is concluded. We will know one way or another within the next 7 days, I think. By the time I was going to say by the time we do our next thing, we might know one way or another.
Trent to Madrid. Salah to Liverpool. Van Dijk to Everton.
Would you stop your nonsense?
All right, Seano, what's your proper prediction before we go into your quiz?
As to who's going to win the quiz or what's going to happen?
No. Like what contract? What do you reckon contract? Gut feeling.
You see, it's completely changed now with Slot's comment about Trent. So I think Trent may stay. I'm 60% sure that Trent will stay. I'm 100% sure that Virgil will stay, and I'm 50-50 on Salah.
I'm still where I have been. I think Trent goes. I think Virgil and Salah both stay.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
I think that is also the marker. And I think he's staying. I think the three of them are going to stay. But I will not hate him if he goes.
And as we said earlier, Bellingham did the same thing.
And ended up in a few days later.
So, right then. Seano, I will hand it over to you once I've done this.
Yeah. I'm not...
What did you say, Martin?
Fucking nothing now. Doesn't matter. I said I'm not joining in on this one.
All right, okay.
Because Richard the Red fucked me over last week.
I've got all the answers written down already, Seano, so you don't have to worry about putting them in and everything like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to Seano's world famous quiz, and it is the last quiz of 2024. And as you know, if you have not been playing this game before, it is the first 3 people who get the questions right gain a point. And then at the end of the quiz, whoever gets the most points wins. So I think everyone is okay with that. Eddie, you didn't defend anyone. We just thought it was funny when we read it out. So don't be worrying about that. Don't be panicking at all about that. So I'm going to start the quiz if everybody is ready. And you can just answer A, B, or C. Once we have our first 3 answers, we'll put our emojis on, and we would ask people not to respond to the question then after that. Okay, so the first question, ladies and gentlemen, is this: what year did Liverpool first play in the famous all-red kit? What year did Liverpool play in the first famous all-red kit? Was it A, 1960, B, 1962, or C, 1964? Was it A, 1960, B, 1962, or C, 1964? Scoozy's back.
All right, we've got it there, Seano.
We have got it. So the answer to that, okay, you can stop answering, guys. So the answer to that, if you want to put the emojis there, is C, 1964. So we've got, I think, Copites of Anfield.
Copites, got Gareth, got Bon, and we got Brian.
Bon and Brian. Yes, that's it. Okay, so question number 2. Who were their first opponents in their all-red kit? Was it A, Everton, B, Manchester City, or C, Anderlecht? Who were their first opponents in their all-red kit? Was it Everton, was it Man City, or was it Anderlecht? A, B, or C?
Suck on my chocolate solid balls.
Got it there as well, mate.
We've got it. So the answer, ladies and gentlemen, if you could stop answering, is C, Anderlecht. So we've got Garrett, we've got
Gareth,
Richard
Gavin,
Red,
Rich.
or Gav as well. Sorry, Miss
Yeah,
Gav.
Gareth, Gavin, and Richard the Red.
Okay. So question number 3. This is a good one. Which world heavyweight boxing champion signed for Liverpool in 1944? Which world heavyweight boxing champion signed for Liverpool in 1944? Was it A, Cassius Clay, B, Rocky Marciano, or C, Joe Louis? Was it A, Cassius Clay, B, Rocky Marciano, or C, Joe Louis?
We've got it again.
Got it again.
Yep.
So the answer, ladies and gentlemen, was Joe Louis. It was part of a promotion tour. It wasn't a serious signing. So there you go.
So we've got Gareth again, Bon, and Richard the Red.
Very good, lads. Very good.
Before you go any further, Sean, or Sodom, make sure everyone that you're watching live, because I have seen a few people coming in a little bit late. Make sure you've pulled it across so you're watching us live, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start doing that before we do the quiz, to be fair. Make sure everyone's up to date.
Maybe just wait until we make sure that happens with everyone.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you go on the live.
Tell you what, I'm so glad we didn't get hammered.
I bet.
They're getting beat out the 7-0 or something, aren't
they? Who know?
All right, well, I think we'll be all right to go now, Shano.
Okay. So,
fuck off, Miss Scoozy.
Okay. So, question number 4. In which competition did Jayden Dan score his first debut senior Liverpool goal? Was it A, Carabao Cup? Was it B, the FA Cup? Or was it C, the Europa League? Jayden Dan scored his first senior Liverpool goal. Was it A, the Carabao Cup, B, FA Cup, or C, the Europa League?
Wait. Did you say that FA Cup was B, yeah?
It was B, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Carabao Cup was A, B was the FA Cup, and C was Europa League.
We've got it.
So we have Ricky Shaw, Gavin, and
David Crompton.
David Crompton.
Got Ricky, Gavin, David C.
The teacup. Okay, so this is question number 5. Ratio. So question 5. Who scored the last goal of Jurgen Klopp's reign as Liverpool manager? Was it A, Mo Salah, B, Luis Diaz, or C, Jarell Quansah? Who scored the last goal of Jurgen Klopp's reign as Liverpool manager? Was it A, Mo Salah, B, Luis Diaz, or C, Jarell Quansah?
Yeah, we got it again.
Tell me when will you be mine? Quansah, 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 Quansah. Yeah, it is C, Quansah, Jarell Quansah.
So we've got
Ricky.
Copites, Ricky, Gavin, Copites. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 6. Now, this is going to be a tough one, guys. So listen carefully. Okay. Okay, we ready? So question number 6. How many Italian players have played for Liverpool? How many Italian players have played for Liverpool? Is it A, 2, B, 4, or C, 7? Is it A, 2, B, 4, or C, 7?
I'm gonna have to get my bloody answer thing out here. Hold on. What question are we on? 6.
This is 6.
Okay, so it's okay. I'll put the countdown on.
Put the countdown on.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10.
We're going to have to stop that loop. So the answer to that is C, 7. So we've
only got Ricky for that, but you go on. You can go through them all.
Yeah, we've got Daniel Palacelli. We've got Andre Dossana. We've got Alberto Aquilani. We've got Fabi Barini, Mario Balotelli, and what? That can't be right. They have down as Thiago Alcantara, but he's Spanish.
Oh my God, we've got a bloody fix here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 there. So where's 7 from?
Fuck. Where the hell is it? Thiago was fucking born in.
This is a first here, guys. This is a first.
Oh my God, this is a first altogether. Yeah.
Chiesa's one.
Actually,
He was born in Italy.
I was correct. He was born in Italy. I was correct. Okay. Phew. Thank God for that. Okay. So question number 7. I'm fucking doubting my own answers here. Question number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Who did Federico's father, Enrico, play and score against at Anfield for Italy in Euro 96? Who did Federico's father, Enrico, play and score against at Anfield for Italy in Euro 96? Was it A, England, B, Scotland, or C, Czech Republic? Was it A, England, B, Scotland, or C, Czech Republic? And we're talking about Federico Chiesa's father, Enrico Chiesa.
Yeah, we've got it already.
Fucking hell. So the answer, ladies and gentlemen,
go on, mate, go on.
Is C, Czech Republic.
Now, the first 3 that I can see on here, because everyone's put it through at the same time, everyone's at the same time, but the first 3 that popped up on screen for me, and I need you to verify this, Seano.
Yeah.
Copites, Gavin, Bon.
So that's what I can see on this. I'm going to check on the chat here. Yeah, I have that as well.
So we've got Gareth, Gavin, Bon. Everyone came in at the same time there, guys. Like literally everyone's the same time. But it
play,
goes to the first three that pop up on screen, unfortunately.
Down to the millisecond. You might just need to put emojis there because Brian got in then. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so question number 8. Question number 8. Liverpool played their first ever FA Cup final in 1914. Who did they play? Was it A, Burnley, B, Birmingham, or C, West Ham? They played their first ever FA Cup final in 1914. Who did they play? Was it A, Burnley, B, Birmingham, or C, West Ham?
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I've got.
Seano.
So go on, you give the answer, mate.
So the answer was Burnley. It was Burnley.
Which was letter.
So we've got Bon. It was A, sorry.
So we've got Bon, Brian.
And Brian. That's it, yeah. Bon and Brian. Okay, now question number 9 is going to be a very difficult question because there are no multiple choices. So it's if you don't know who said it, you don't know who said it. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. So this is the who said it round. Okay, so who said this? I always used to put my right boy on first and then obviously my right sock. My right boot. So I'll just say that again. I always used to put my right boot on first and then obviously my right sock. Who said that? What the fuck's he saying?
It was 3-0, but it was offside.
Thank you for that news update.
I don't think anyone's going to get this, to be fair.
I always used to put my right boot on first and then obviously my right sock.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the answer, ladies and gentlemen, no one got it. It is Barry Venison. There you go. So that's a bit difficult one. I'm not too sure whether I'll do the who said this, but I think it might be nice to kind of throw in the mix. So question number 10.
Sorry, Sean. I wonder. Maybe this is something we discuss off screen. But when we do the ones where there's no multiple choice, that's worth 2 points.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Actually, we'll do that for 2025 then. That's a very good point. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay, so question number 10. This is the final question, unless there's a tie.
And before we go any further, guys, I have been tallying it up as we go. Going into this question, we have one clear winner, but there is 2 people that could possibly tie it. So,
no pressure, guys.
No pressure, guys. So, question number 10. Which Spanish team did Liverpool beat on their way to winning the 1984 European Cup? Was it A, Real Sociedad? Was it B, Largans? Or was it C, Atletico Bilbao? Which Spanish team did Liverpool beat on their way to winning the 1984 European Cup? Was it Real Sociedad, B, Legans, or C, Atletico Bilbao?
think that's pretty much it for everybody, isn't it? I'll do the countdown so we make sure everybody gets a chance.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the answer is C, Atletico Bilbao.
So we had Gareth and Brian getting that correct.
So I have a feeling that has given us a clear cut winner. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, clear cut winner. Yeah. Clear cut.
Would this be the first time in the whole tournament or a quiz that someone has won the quiz more than once?
They've already won it more than once.
they've won it. They've won it more than twice.
This would be the third time they've won it. Yeah.
This would be the third time that I've won it.
Yeah. I know who it is.
So do I.
I'm gonna go. So starting from the bottom, working my way up. We have
from the bottom now. I'm here.
David Crompton with one. Sorry. Richard the Red with 2. Ricky with 3, and tied with Brian. Actually, Brian and Ricky both got 3. In second place, we had a joint second place as well. We had Gavin and Bon with 4, which gives us our clear-cut winner of Gareth with 6 questions correct. Well done,
I thought that was cut by Surroundfield.
That is cut by.
I think, Seano, because we've done this before in the past. At the moment, we have Mighty Reds, Richard the Red, Gavin, Bon, Gareth, and Ricky that have all qualified, obviously, for the next round, the final, shall we say. So, Gareth, if you're still here, mate, you can nominate someone who participated tonight to enter in the final. Bearing in mind, you've got Mighty Reds, Richard the Red, Gavin, Bon, Gareth, and Ricky are already qualified for the final at the end of the season. So if Copites is still with us, he can pick somebody. If not, tough shit, guys.
I think the way this is planning out, because there's only a certain amount of people who do it, we're all going to be in it at the end of the season anyway.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's all fun.
It's about
Gareth,
time you got robbed, Richard
mate.
the Red. You robbed me last week.
I'll give him a couple of seconds to pick somebody, because obviously there's a bit of a delay between us and them.
I've sent you a private mail there, Adam.
So today's options, Gareth, you've got David Crompton or Brian to pick from who are not in the final.
Don't give it Richard the Red.
He's already in.
He is. Richard the Red is already in, yeah.
Yeah, Ricky, that's going to be the final, mate. The final's going to be like just one big show. We're not even going to talk about anything else. We're going to have multiple rounds. Seano's going to work on this and everything like that. And he's going to put all his blood, sweat, and tears in this, like Matilda. Do you know what I mean? So, David Crompton. Okay, Gareth has chosen David Crompton to enter the final round.
Okay,
nice one, Gareth.
David Crompton.
Cool, guys. Cheers, Sean, for that. I appreciate you doing this every week.
Richard the Red's got 1 for me.
Richard the Red got 1. So who we have now as going into the final of the end?
I'm actually when we finish this slide, I keep saying it. I don't do it. I'm actually going to make like a screen. So at the moment, we've got Mighty Reds, Richard the Red, Gavin, Bon, Gareth, Ricky, and David Crompton all in the final. So I'm going to make a thingy for that, and I'm going to put it on the channel just to promote it a little bit. But yeah, guys, if you are interested in, getting more people involved in this, more people a chance to win, obviously, just share this, guys, and let them know that we do this at 8 o'clock every Monday. Gareth, last week when I said that you'd won the giveaway and you didn't take it, you've won again, mate.
Doesn't want
it. Gavin, you can confirm that I sent out the thing to you and you got it today, the giveaway at the end of the month. Gareth, you've won 3 now, mate.
You've won 3. Yeah.
So Gavin got the Bobby Firmino giveaway for the channel members today. On New Year's Day, guys, I'll be doing the giveaway for. In fact, Sean, if you just want to talk a bit or Martin, while I.
Yeah, so obviously the next giveaway is on New Year's Day, and that is all thanks to our sponsors for AKM Live, which is Fibersportmemorabilia. You can check them on Fibersportmemorabilia.com. They're also on Facebook, Fibersportmemorabilia, and they also have a Facebook group called Fibersport Group. The only FSG I like. But check them out. Fantastic.
Adam, that belongs to me, mate.
What this?
Oh no. Do my thing.
This is the giveaway for the January the 1st, guys. This is the last thing we've got from Fibersportmemorabilia. It is the Young Mulby signed photograph. I think Sideline won the last one, didn't he? And then Sideline won the Jan Mulby photo last time.
Yeah.
And then Gavin got the Firmino book, and now it's a Young Mulby thing. So if you want to be in a chance to win that, guys, become a member of the channel by by New Year's Day, and you're in it to win it, guys. But yes, Gareth, if you're still here, mate, got this book here waiting for you. He's got to tell me where you want to send it, or if you don't want it, pick someone other than Richard the Red, and I'll send it to them.
Yeah, because you don't want to be going to Botswana. I think he's full of shit. I think he lives in London.
He probably lives around the corner from me.
Probably.
Does he live around the corner from you, Gareth does?
Oh, no. Richard the Red. Richard the Red said that he lives in Botswana, doesn't he?
All right, okay.
Yeah, Gareth, if you want... if you don't want this pet book, Gareth, pick someone from tonight and let them know that if they can send me an address on email or Twitter or anything, I'll literally send it to them.
It's the Pep Linders book.
Pep Linders Intensity book, guys.
Not
Guardiola. Where they talk about like the title winning season and stuff like that. Quite interesting.
I think you need to send it back over to Pep, to be honest. He might take a leaf out of his own book and get back in management.
Jan Mulby there, mate. Signed here. I've got the certificate as well.
It's not George Scott's Brian.
Authenticity certificate there as well.
He'll take it for his daughter, he said. Copy, so.
All right, cool. Gareth, you've got my phone number, mate. Just text me your address and I'll send it out to you, mate. You got my address. You got my numbers. Text me.
So I'm just letting Brian know. Brian asked a question about the signed autograph there. If you want to just hold that up. It's a picture of Jan Mulby. There you go.
I can't with the light.
That's when the seats were all yellow, green, red, and blue in the NE Road stand. That.
Yeah. Cool. Cheers for that, Sean, lad. Gareth, yeah, just send me an address and I'll send it out to it, mate. Probably tomorrow on my dinner if I get a chance, mate, in all fairness. But yeah, let me know where you want it going. Is there any other business, guys, you want to talk about before we close this thing up?
Well, just make sure that you all check in with Fibersportmemorabilia or Fibersport Group on Facebook. Make sure you let them know that AKM LFC sent you. Check them out. They've got fantastic signed memorabilia. Not only just Liverpool stuff, but also boxing stuff if you're into boxing and whatnot. Another thing is that Toby, Martin's boy Toby, will be boxing again in February the 22nd. Yeah. In the
22nd in the Adelphi.
In the Adelphi in Liverpool. So that is the grey kit, Brian. Yeah, he's in the grey kit. Appreciate that, Ricky. Hopefully I won't make a balls off the quiz next time.
Have a great new year, Ricky, mate, and everybody else.
Have a great new year. But yeah, make sure you check out AKM LFC on Redbubble and also SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble as well. Thank you, Gareth, and Happy New Year to you. Triple champ, yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking we might do, guys, is we might do kind of like a leaderboard table because if it's going to be the same people winning it, do you know what I mean? We could say, do you know? So that might be an idea.
Yeah. I'll do a thingy first of all the winners and everything so far, and I'll share that on the channel, and then we'll discuss afterwards.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, Toby's got his fight, guys, in February. I'm sure a little bit closer to the date, Martin will get some ticket information if anyone is interested in going to the fight. If not, maybe it'll be live streamed on the channel again. I might get it live streamed on here.
I don't think I'll be able to make this one because I'll be going back to Liverpool in March. So
yeah. But before anything from you, Martin, before we get off?
No, not today.
Okay.
Happy New Year to you, Brian. Happy New Year to all the chat there. And lads, it's been an absolute pleasure doing this whole pod thing, this stream thing, which originally was only going to be an interview and then started to be a weekly thing. But it's been good crack. And hopefully in 2025, we'll have many more meetups, and you know, hopefully the channel will continue to grow, and we'll have good crack doing it.
No, yeah, of course, mate. It's been. I just want to, like, before everyone disappears, and I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given this year, doing the lives, the members, you know, stuff like that. Thank you to everybody that's become a member. Thank you for those that support offline as well. You know, as Gavin mentions here, you know, I know that there's some people that talk to me about stuff in private as well, about a few things, and it helps them like that as well. So, you know, I do appreciate everybody that pops along and joins in. We may not have the biggest channel out there, but I do think we've probably got one of the best lives, since it's like on a Monday. We know we're doing everything like that. So I do wish all the best for everybody in the new year, and we will have a lot more of these going forward also, guys. But I do want to just say a massive thank you to everyone that has supported me over the past few months as well with what's been going on, especially to you two lads as well. You've been there, you've known everything that's been going on as it's been going on. So yeah, thank you for that, guys, for both of you as well, and the understanding as well from both of you as well, when, you know, you've been asking for stuff and I've not been able to do it and stuff like that, and you've understood, you've not pressured me or anything like that. So yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Hope you all have a great new year, and we'll be back next Monday, all being well.
Can I just jump in and say something as well? Obviously, for the January time, I probably won't be around a lot because there's a few things coming up for me with family. I'll try to get on, but I highly much doubt you'll see me much in January.
No, that's fine, mate. That's understandable. You always can just jump on when you can, mate. You know that, even if it's like halfway through a stream or whatever, just jump on, let us know.
Yeah, jump on every fucking quiz.
But yeah, thank you, everybody, for everything that you've done this year for the channel. And going forward, hopefully we'll go from strength to strength. I have tried a few new things as well out on the channel. You might have seen the different thumbnails and that, and it seems to be working. We seem to be getting a few more subs over the past couple of days, to be fair. So yeah, let's just go from strength to strength next year. Right then. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. We'll see you all next year. Thanks for watching. See you then.